there. Mm-hmm. Hi, good afternoon. Who joined? I don't connect the audio yet. Let's just wait a few more minutes, see who else joins. Yeah, I'm on. Yes. I'll just wait another minute, see if anyone else getting on, and then we'll get started. Regardless of who's on. joining, but they're not connecting to audio.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, how are you? Who is this?
It is Sister Heather.
Hi there. How are you doing?
I'm trying to get on without my children. Oh my God. I did it all by myself.
You're trying to do what?
Get on without my children. It's always my children. I'm going, please, can you put me on? Can you put me on? Can you put me on? But nobody's home.
I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. I did it Friday myself too.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Janelle didn't help me.
That's nice. See, they say necessity is the mother of invention,
oh, man,
right?
Say it again.
if you had someone to do it, you wouldn't be doing it yourself. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you know you can do it yourself.
Girl. Jay's flying. Janella went to New York to do her hair. She could let me do it for her. She could pay me the $100. I'll do it for her.
And save herself the time and the expense and put some money in your pocket.
Amen. Tell them. All right. So it's my first time on the meeting. I don't know who is on, but I'm using my phone today. So I don't know what it entails. So I'll just listen.
Okay, yeah, well, you feel free to participate. Usually, we're scheduled to start at 3. Most people don't usually get on until about 3:15.
Okay.
Because, it's interesting with these Zoom meetings because it's a meeting online. You're like, okay, I don't have to get dressed. I don't have to go shower. I don't have to travel. So you're thinking, okay, 3 o'clock, I just hit join. And then next thing you know, it's 3:10 and you're like, I forgot about the meeting. That happens to you all the time.
I know.
So usually, we have 1 or 2 people join at 3, and then as we go on, other people are like, I guess it clicks, and they're like, oh, right. People remember, but I'm just gonna wait another minute or so, and then I'll get started, and we'll see. I think added to it too, I haven't had a meeting in about a month.
Okay.
So people that were always on every week got in the habit of, every week you're on, and then we have been on for a while. So we sort of, make other plans and whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a big showing today.
Okay. What are normally the topics? I guess this is Calvary's women, right?
No, this is a program that I do on Sundays, every Sunday at 3, and it's like a Jumpstart to Health. So we discuss different health topics, and we talk about just different health topics, whether it's any aspect of health, not just the food, not just nutrition, but rest. The 8 laws, right? So,
I got you.
Aspects of health, and we have like guest speakers sometimes, or people who are like expertise in their field, and they come on. We have Ask the Doctor, where people come on. We have like naturopathic doctors, and then you get to ask them questions like, "Hey, this is what's going on. What do you recommend?" All in the name of being healthy and in the most natural way possible.
Okay.
So it's pretty interesting. We've had some really interesting topics. We've had some really interesting conversations, and quite a few people, different guests coming on, and we're going to continue doing that, having different people. So it's been pretty good. But like I said, I haven't done it for about a month because of different things going on. And then, after the accident, I just couldn't stay up to do it. So I didn't do it for a while. So
how are you and how is your mom?
Okay, so I'm doing much better. Thanks for asking. My mom is excellent. She actually did her PET scan last week. And they finally decided, oh, we're done with you. There is no evidence of cancer. There's nothing.
Power of prayer, power of prayer.
Yes. So she's doing really, really great. And health wise, um, she is pretty good. Just like us, we struggle. We know what we're supposed to do. And you do it and you're fine, and then you slip up and you get sick, and then you go, oh, I have to go back, and you go back, and God is so good. He makes you well again. He doesn't say, well, no, because you should have known better. No, he's forgiving. So,
Amen. Yeah.
okay. So, how has everyone else been?
Well, everyone is well. I had a mini stroke a while back ago, about 2 months ago, but I'm okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Yeah, I remember you, though. I remember you.
Okay.
I remember you. But I'm doing well. I'm a fighter.
Good.
I'm a fighter. So the devil had the wrong address. So he had to quickly run away. But I call it because I said the God knew why he allowed this to happen, because I needed to be in the hospital, because I met some people that I had to share health and stuff with and energy with. And so it was so good. It was so there's a young nurse I met, and I have to go back to find out who she is, because she was so intrigued, and wondered, wow. So I thought God wanted me to be there. Maybe she needed me then. And so she did. So that was it.
Good.
I've only been losing a lot of family members lately. It was every 2 weeks or so, or every month, within 60 minutes. I have no more uncles left, because they're all gone.
Wow.
And so, but that's fine. Yeah, but we're okay.
Good. Sister Lori, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thinking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, my kids are all trying to leave me.
That's what we're supposed to do, right? Set them straight and then set them loose.
Yeah.
But Janelle is leaving?
Janelle is leaving. She's moving to Arizona.
No way.
Yeah.
Tell that girl she has to see me before she leaves.
I'll tell her she's leaving near the end of July.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll get to see her and tell her she can set roots and all of that, and then she sends me the information so I have somewhere to go when I come to visit.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I'll definitely let her know.
Sister Lori, when she leaves, tell her before she leaves, July 27th is my birthday. Just make sure she showed up at my home.
I think she's leaving a couple of days before.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
And you're good otherwise?
Yeah, so doing pretty good otherwise. Struggling, like you said, with going back and forth with doing the right thing.
Yep.
With diet concern.
Yeah. I think we all do, and that's why we're here for each other today, to encourage.
Sister Lori,
how are you?
Who was that?
I was asking Charmin.
Oh, okay.
I was asking you, Sister Lori, if you're still on the line at 6:00 in the morning with the health ministry with Brother Lawrence, Brother Williams, are you still on?
I have not been on lately because my son's been working nights and I've been having to pick him up in the morning. And it's been a little bit of a challenge for the last 4 or 5 months.
I got you, yeah.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going. Many people have completed their programs online. Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you complete it?
Not yet, no.
Well, join the club. You have a friend.
Because I don't feel as motivated because you do the northeastern one, And then there's just all this ongoing training that
Right.
it just seems kind of redundant.
I was
And
wondering,
then,
they all should get together. They all should really get together and not have, because it's almost, yeah, like you said, it's redundant. It's almost similar, and everyone is there's. I'm saying, okay, so if I join 3 of you, I have to do 3 of them. That makes no sense.
well, it's very time consuming. Like it's all consuming actually, if you were to get involved with, with everything. The medical missionary that, of course, Pastor Daly and that training,
Mm.
that's Northeastern, basically Northeastern Conference based. The one at 6 o'clock in the morning, that is not part of any conference.
Conference, right?
That's looking to combine the churches all in the area to
Right.
do work together. So that's the reason that I got involved. So it wasn't like, as I want to finish the course. Because it's very good and it's always, reinforcing. And of course I paid for it. So I want to finish it, but it wasn't like as severe for me to get through it, because it's like, well, I've already been through 10 days of the first one, 10 days of the second one. We've gone through, all that kind of thing. So, if you're not doing it, you lose it, that sort of thing also.
We'll have to get together to do like we're gonna figure out how to do some health fairs, whether it's gonna be face to face or virtual, but we're gonna have to get moving on that. Sister,
well, now that things are starting to open up, hopefully we can.
Exactly. Yes. Sister Dawn, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, she's on mute. Charmaine, how about you? How are you doing? She dropped off. Let's see if she comes back on. But so it was good catching up. Sister Hyacinth, how are you?
I'm fine.
So I've been doing I've been home for like a month, just went back to work, but I was home for a month and like not being able to do anything. And you guys know me, I'm always fiddling with stuff, just doing different things, and being home, not being able to go anywhere, not being able to do anything. One of the things I could do was do a lot of reading and researching, and I did the Eden lifestyle training, the natural remedies training, which was awesome. Like, oh my goodness, so good. And on the Saturday, the Sabbath, when they opened it up to everybody, it exceeded Zoom, which I have never seen happen, right, Lori? Even with the other training, I've never seen us having more than 1,000 people, but more than 1,000 people were there for that. And it was really, really, really good stuff. So I was able to do that. And that's why I always say, Sister Heather, to your point, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I was able to really do that and then start putting some of the things that I learned to test, well as if I were back at work, I couldn't have, I really couldn't have done those things. So I've been playing around a lot and doing a lot of stuff. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you is because I think one of the first things that we had done was, remember when we made like our own deodorant and our own body wash?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the main ingredients was, well, not one of the main ingredients, but one of the good ingredients was lemon oil. And I'm sure you all use lemon oil. I was actually watching one of the programs and we're talking about like lemon oil and how we have everything twisted, right? Because we take lemons, the real lemons in its natural state, and we use it to make furniture polish, right? And then we take the fake lemon and use it to make lemonade and drink it. So we're drinking the fake stuff and giving our furniture the natural stuff. And I was like, that's a good point. How ironic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody knows the beauty of lemon oil, and that's okay. We use lemon oil in furniture to do furniture polish, to clean, astringent. It's really good on your face. It's good. I think I was telling you guys about like using it on my face. You can use it on your hair, your skin. It's really, really good. But lemon oil is one of those things that, like, sometimes it's a hit or miss. You get one and sometimes it's good, and you get another one and it's not as good, or it's expensive. So I decided there's got to be a way to make my own lemon oil. So that's what I've been playing around with, and just making my own lemon oil. And I'm going to show you. There are actually 3 ways you can make it. And I tried all 3 ways. I decided on my favorite, but I'm not going to tell you what my favorite is yet. Afterwards, then you can look and see which one you think might be your own favorite. So, anybody interested in making lemon oil?
Amen. I am.
I am.
All right. I have Carrie with me. Let's see. Say hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
She's going to be helping me a bit, so I'm going to take
So answer that for me, please. Hello, can you hear me?
No, we can't.
Yes, I can hear you good.
Right in the corner there. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, hold on, please. Yes, okay. So my sister came to see me, and so I did lemon oil, I did grapefruit oil, and then she decided I just want citrus oil. It's all the same thing, right? So she did hers with all 3. She did lemon, orange, and grapefruit, and it smells awesome. I wish you could smell it. It is so awesome, and it's nice and rich and thick, and it's organic, because we use organic lemons and oranges and organic grapefruits. And you also know that it's like the real stuff, right? You guys know that I always say, whatever you put on your skin, whatever, you should be able to eat it, right? Which reminds me, my hair, I'm doing my hair is like this because I decided to steam it, right? And hold on one second. I thought I was recording. So decided to steam it. And my sister said, okay, if you're steaming your hair, I want to steam mine too. And I went to, before I tell you guys, right, you can eat anything you put on your skin. I tasted it and the thing was so good, I started eating it instead of putting it in my hair, right? But we had enough to put in our hair. So it's under there right now. I have let's see, because I have no shame, so I can show you guys. See, I have a plastic cap on because I have my hair steaming under there. So when I'm done with you guys, I'm gonna wash my hair out, take a shower, and my hair will be nice and soft and shiny, and I don't have to worry about what chemicals I have put in my hair, right? Okay, so that's why I'm wearing a head tie. All right, so we're going to go, and this is one method. The first time I did it, I tried it. I just peeled the lemons. So these are all lemon peels. I peeled the lemons, and then I decided there's got to be a better way. So I searched around some more, and I found that you can just, grate it. So I bought as what you call a zester, which just removes the zest from the citrus. And if you have a grater, you can use it. I just like the zester because it's more manageable, right? So let's see. I'm going to turn my camera so you can see. All right, you guys have seen that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the zester, right? As you can see, it's really just a grater, but it's like this so you can use it. And I started, that's some grapefruit I was doing. So this is a grapefruit that I was doing, right? And I have an orange and I have a lemon. So if like I want to do all three, okay. I'm going to like this. Hold on, let me just take this off so Carrie can hold it for me. No, turn it. So just you focus it, right? You're seeing everything? Okay, good. And you guys are seeing everything, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm mixing it up because this was some lemon I had done before. But I'm going to just do everything because my sister was like, okay, let's just do everything all in one, and it smells so good. So I decided I'm going to do it. So if you don't have a zester or if you don't want a grater, then you can just peel it like I did here, right? I prefer this way because I think I get more out of it. And you don't want to get the rind, the white part of it. So you'd have to peel it very thin, while as if I'm using the zester, I can more control it. Okay, see, I'm just taking the zest off with this. Right? And I'm not wasting anything. It actually, I thought of doing it because I started again. I was doing it and then I stopped, but I started again having a glass of lemon water every morning, first thing in the morning, as soon as I get out of my bed. So I put the kettle on, I get the water hot, I squeeze a lemon, then I add the water on it and then just leave it there and let it get to about room temperature. And I drink it. So I drink that every morning. So needless to say, I'm going through all these lemons every week, right? So I said, there's got to be something I can do with all these lemon peels. So what I started doing is doing this, like just zesting it and putting it down. And then when I accumulate enough, I make the oil. Because this is good now. This is the grapefruit. I can put it down and it just sits there. And whenever I'm ready to use it, I use it. And this is the lemon. I try to get all organic because I don't want any pesticide or anything like that in it, because you're using the actual skin, right? So it's best to get the organic. If you don't want to get the organic or you're unable to get the organic, remember what we do to get rid of all the pesticides and stuff? You get some vinegar and baking soda, and you put that in the water and you soak the fruit or the vegetable in there for at least 15 minutes. And that will get rid of like 95% of the pesticides, okay? So if you don't do organic, I'm gonna always recommend that you do organic. If you don't do organic, make sure you soak it and you're getting rid of all those pesticides, all right? So you can do it this, this is a grapefruit, I think. This is the lemon. And this was supposed to be an orange, but it's a grapefruit. So I'm not going to do it. But you guys get the general idea, right? So this is it. See? And it smells so good. Like really, really, really good. All right. So now we have three ways of actually doing this. The first way is, and I'm going to show them carrying here. I have these 3 bottles sitting on the windowsill. So what I did, this is orange. So I just put the orange zest in it. That's the orange one. This is the grapefruit. And I mean, this is the lemon and this is the grapefruit, right? So this is one way of doing it. What I'm using as my carrier is coconut oil, right? So you're going to put the lemon up as much as possible as you can get in there, and then just fill the bottle with the oil. And it's all, that's it. It's as simple as that. You put it on the windowsill where it's going to be exposed to sunlight. And so it will get a little warm, and every day you just go in and shake it, right? So these I did about maybe 4 days ago, and I'll just keep shaking them. I shake them, I put them back on the windowsill, and within 2 weeks, they should be ready, right? So that's one method. The second method is you can actually get a pot. I'm not going to do the second method, but the second method, you get a pot and you pour you put the rind, all the lemon or zest or grapefruit or orange, whichever one you're doing, or if you're doing them all together, you just put it in the pot. You barely cover it with the oil. You put it on the fire, and as soon as it gets hot, you take it off and you just let it sit there. You mix it up, of course, and you let it sit there for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. And then the oils will seep with the lemon or grapefruit, the citrus will seep into the oil, and you strain it, and then that's your oil. You put it in a dark bottle and you store it in your refrigerator or in a dark cupboard, right, where it's cool. The third method is what I'm going to show you now. You're going to use a double boiler. So you put on the stove, you put water in, you can see inside the pot. Okay, and then this is my double pot that I'm gonna put here. You wanna make sure that there's enough water in there, but you don't want it to touch the bottom of this pot here. It shouldn't be that much. And I'm going to put it in here. And then in the double boiler, if you don't have a double boiler, like this is very handy, but if you don't have one, you can put it in a container and then put it in the pot. Right? And I'm gonna put all of that in here. Then you put the oil. So if I'm going to use like this one, I'm mixing all 3 of them, right? And you just cover it over with the oil, and you turn on your fire. You let the water come to a boil. Once the water comes to a boil, you turn it down real low and just let it simmer. And you leave it there for like 3 hours. I found out by experimenting that if you leave it too long, the water will all boil out and evaporate out. You don't want that to happen, because if there's no water, all that direct heat is now going to come to this pot, and this oil will boil, and you don't want this oil to boil. Whatever happens, you don't want it to boil. Even if you're putting this directly in the pot with the oil, as soon as it starts forming those little tiny bubbles, that looks like it's about to boil, that's when you take it off the fire and you put it down for a while, for several hours, and let it steep, right? But whatever you do, you don't want it to boil. So if you leave it on too long, the water will keep evaporating out until it boils out, and then there's no more water. So what I do is I usually have a kettle with hot water, and as soon as this water starts running low, I put some more water in it. Okay, I put some more water in it so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, and then once that's done, hold on, you can see there. You strain it, and these, I have several bottles, right? So this is the one that I made for my sister. See, it's in the dark bottles, so you try to keep it away from light. And then this one is the lemon oil that I had made first, and you put it in a bottle and you use it for all the things you use lemon oil for. You smell it, Carrie? Smells really good. Smells really good. All right. And those are the 3 different ways that you can do it. So you're doing it whichever way is easier. Let me switch this back. Thank you very much, my loving pregnant assistant. So those are the 3 methods. And believe it or not, it's like really, really, really good. It's the same lemon oil that you would go in the store and buy, and it smells good, and you know that you did it for yourself, and you're repurposing all your peels instead of wasting them. you're reusing them, you're using it for something good. And that's my citrus oil that I've been experimenting with for the last couple of weeks. Questions?
Okay. You keep on saying that you use your oil, you add the oil to it. What oil do you add to it when you said?
Okay, good. So you can use sweet almond oil. You can use olive oil. You can use coconut oil. I use coconut oil, and I use the, I'm gonna show you 1 second, the oil that I use. If you give me 1 second. So if you have like organic, real original cold pressed coconut oil, I'm not talking about the one that you go and you buy like $7 for the gallon or whatever, then you know that it will get hard, right? So this is the fractionated coconut oil, which means that all they did, they removed one of the amino acids from it, so to keep it in a liquid form. Just as good, doesn't change anything about it. It's just that it stays in a liquid form. So it's always, this is what I use to make my soap as well, like my body wash or my shampoo. If I'm gonna put any oils at all in it, I use this because then I don't have to be melting it and waiting for it. I don't have to do any of that. But I like using the coconut oil because then I can just use it for anything. But you can use the same thing for olive oil. Plus, what I like about the coconut oil, especially the fractionated coconut oil, it really doesn't have a scent to it. So then when I use it for the citrus oil, that's all I'm smelling. The olive oil may have its own fragrance, so you may be smelling that and it's competing with the lemon oil or with the grapefruit or with the orange, but that's a personal preference.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
What about vitamin E oil? No?
Yes, you can use vitamin E oil, but if you're going to be using a lot. Also, the reason I wouldn't really use vitamin E oil, except that I know I'm only going to use it for certain things, is that's a lot of vitamin E. And if I'm going to be using like the lemon oil to take it in internally, I'm going to be taking a lot of vitamin E and I don't know how much I'm taking in. So do you really want to? If it's not an issue, then of course you can go ahead. Plus vitamin E oil is pretty expensive and you have to be using a lot. So it would get pretty expensive. Yeah. But the coconut oil, the olive oil, or even the sweet almond oil, I like that one as well. But I don't use that if I mostly use that if I'm going to use it in my hair or on my skin or something. I'll use that one. But the coconut oil or the olive oil, I'm just safe with because I know if I'm going to take it internally or use it externally, I can use it.
Makes sense.
Right. And then we know the uses of any of these citrus oils, right? They're antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal. So you can use them for cleaning purposes. You can use them on your skin. You can use them on, you can use it on in cooking. You can use it on your salad, like as a salad dressing. You just want a nice flavored little oil-based flavor. You can use that. So there are many purposes you can for the citrus oils once you make them. Any comments? Anybody's gonna try it?
I'm going to try.
You're gonna try it? Yes.
You know I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try it.
You are.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Yep. Okay, good. Which method did you like the best, or do you think you're gonna try?
The lemon.
Okay, which method? Are you going to put it down for 2 weeks?
With the coconut oil and
Okay.
and put it by the window. That's the
Yeah.
easiest. That's the easiest.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is kind of the easiest. And then like, because I tried it like with the boiling, the first time I did it with the boiling method, I accidentally boiled the oil. And
Oh boy.
oh my goodness, I have to start all over. And then the second time I was doing really, really well. I kept
Do
replacing.
you have a double boiler?
Yes, that's the double boiler I was showing you. So I have,
Yes.
switch it here. Let's see. So this is the double boiler, right? So the good thing is it sits here, and I have it comes in different sizes. So like this one is my small one. So if I'm just using a little bit, I use the small one. If I'm gonna do more, then I use the bigger one, right? And so the what I like about it is that you can use whatever pot you already have. You don't have to go out and buy another one, and see, it just sits on it, right?
Yeah.
So as long as it will sit on the pot, this is all you need. And like I said, I have different sizes, and it has the pour spouts, it has the handle, which stays cool. So it doesn't matter how long, you can always just pick it up. And this one really works. I like this. All right. And then the water will just be underneath there boiling. And after you turn it down and it's just simmering, the water here stays hot. So steam is constantly coming up and keeping this warm, like just warm enough to see the oil from it. This essence from the lemon or from whatever citrus you're using.
So let me ask you, does zest turn to oil, or you still have zest in there?
You still have zest in there. And so like this one that I did, so it's kind of, the zest is going to remain because you strain it off.
Right.
You strain it off. And then this one, I strained it off already, but I still have the zest there because one, it smells really, really good. And I just keep going in and sniffing it. And then my sister's like, oh, you can't waste it. So like, if like this, if you look, there's still some amount of oil in there. And like, if I wash my hands, then I can just do like this.
You can pass it on your face.
Yeah, and put it on my face too.
Put it on your face.
Then I walk around all day long doing this because my hands smell so good. So even though this is left over, you can see it's still in the bottle. I don't throw it out.
All right.
So if you grate it, it will be the same thing. You'll have the zest, and you can use it for other things. Like I say, use it on your skin, use it on your face, whatever. And and it smells really, really good.
That is good.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I know we were on break for a little while. Hopefully we'll be getting back into the swing of things. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. We'll look at something else. And I'm hoping that you will go out and try the oils, try to make it yourself. It's just a different feeling when you're using something that you made yourself. Yeah. And like my sister, she did her hair, and she's like, oh, I can't believe that this is what we did. And my hair is like, she goes, it has curls, like they're just natural curls to it, whatever. So I'm looking forward to taking this off and washing my hair, and I know it's going to turn out great because I did it before and it was like so nice, so super soft and nice. And you just feel, it's just a different feeling knowing that, okay, this is something that I did myself. I didn't go to the store and buy it. I made this myself, and it turned out so good, and it had such good impact. So.
Very good.
All right. Okay, so someone is asking if we have the steps, if I have the steps written down. I could just post it in the chat for everyone, not in the chat, but on that, on the WhatsApp group, I'll post it there so that, if you just want to reference it, it's right there.
Good.
Okay.
All righty.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. You have a wonderful, wonderful week, and may it be productive And above all, stay well.
Okay, you do the same.
Same too.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so much.
sharing.
All right, bye, guys.
Ada,
Yes, honey, what's up? What's
ça va,
up?
ça me dérange manger là, t'as l'air là.
Mo pa ka manji, ma ka le manji actuellement. She
Non,
wants to ask you what I'm
moi, t'es
eating.
manger coco.
Well, we better teach them how to make coconut oil next time.
Coconut.
Yes, I
I was
remember,
just,
I remember
I ate
doing
half of the
that.
coconut.
Yes,
I remember making coconut oil.
yes, it's
Yes,
a
back
process,
home,
but it's
right?
good.
Yes,
It's a
Yes.
and
process, but it's good.
it's really good. And I love that the thing that's left back in Jamaica, we used to call
Yes, and
it
you add,
custard.
Yes.
yes,
Oh, that's so good.
yes,
Oh, we would
so
eat
good.
that. We would eat that.
yes.
Trust me.
I don't
Yeah.
need sugar to it and eat it.
Yeah, yeah, it
All
was
from
really
the coconut
good.
milk. All from the coconut milk.
Yes, yes.
God is good. And then
All
you
the
can
time.
you can take the coconut shell and make a bowl out of it. God is good.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I have a shell there with the coconut.
All of
I
it
have
is
the
good.
shell.
Use the fiber to wash your dishes. Use the bowl to make a cup.
That's what we
Or a
use.
bowl, yes. Use the meat inside to eat
Yes,
or make your own oil.
Yes.
Creative, right?
yes, all
Yes.
good.
Yes.
All
I
right, and
tell you.
I'm gonna make. This reminds me, I have my cheesecake to make, and I'm gonna put coconut cream in it because
Yes.
I discovered when I put the coconut cream in it. Oh my goodness, it is so good.
You must
Right.
you must be great with the cheesecake now. I tell you.
It's really good. Like, and every time anybody I give the cheesecake to, they're like, they don't believe me that it's vegan, and they don't believe me that it's raw. I'm like, I swear it's vegan and it's raw. No animal product.
You must that must be one of the recipes you will show next time.
I could do that. I could do that.
Cheesecake.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be good. Yes.
It's so good. Yes.
And hopefully, as we're opening up, we'll be able to do maybe like some more of the cooking classes, the demonstrations like Facebook.
Right.
As we're opening up, and if people are feeling comfortable doing that, of course. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe next
All right.
class we'll do the vegan cheesecake. I'll know. I'll see if I can put what
God's
so
blessing.
if I can put that on the hold. I'll see. All right.
If you are up to it, darling.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Have a good
Blessings
one.
Bye,
to you.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.